If you want to create a reporting system to measure your marketing and sales performance that directly ties to your business goals through your content, this video is for you. And if you use a tool like Hubspot, you'll be able to recreate the system. Or you may be working with one of our Hubspot trainers, so ask them to build this for you. All right, now let's get started. So I want to talk a little bit about what question you should be asking, and really the idea of asking questions so that we can get to the bottom line of what data is supposed to be interpreting for us. Questions we want to ask about our marketing efforts are: what's working? How? What trends are showing? And are we generating enough leads? Some of these questions pertain to the marketing side, but I don't want us to focus so much on how to get the interpretive results of data from marketing only, because marketing is not the only business initiative. We also want to see how this ties to how marketing influences sales and eventually assists in closing on revenue. So one way I like to do this with our clients is we like to build what's called an accountability dashboard. Now, the real value of an accountability dashboard is it ties to not only marketing, but also sales managers and leaders who are trying to, on a day-to-day or month-to-month, interpret the results of their performances, both on the marketing and sales side. So if you look at the framework, one of the things we start looking at are the 6 different items in the accountability dashboard that we're going to build out. The first one is website visitors goal. That really ties to what that goal is how many visitors we're getting per month or on a day-to-day basis. Or number 2, what volume of MQLs or leads is marketing producing? Number 3, what is the average length of sales cycle? Number 4, what is our closing rate? Number 5, how much content are we producing? And number 6, how many videos are we producing? So I want to introduce how each one of these reports is going to look like in HubSpot. And in a later video, I'm going to show you how to create those. But in this instance, I'm going to give you some high-level overviews and tips about why we create each one of these reports. The first one I'm going to show you is the website visit, new context, and customer totals. In this report, we're looking at 90-day planning periods suggested on best practice. And these sessions are just your visitors stacked against your monthly goals. We also look at new visitors or new leads and current customers that are accessing your website. So the next report I want to look at is the traffic report. In the traffic report, it's good to see high-level 365 view of month-to-month or month-over-month visitor traffic to see your trends. It's also good to see the source attributions to each traffic metric. So one of the key things about traffic is just understanding where the traffic comes from, but also interpreting how that traffic is being influenced by some of your performance metrics needs. Okay, so now we know how to report on marketing efforts and goals and the KPIs. What about sales? Now we want to start asking more questions directly related to the sales efforts. Well, how long does it take? How long does a close deal take? How effective are we closing those deals? Who are my top and bottom performing reps? And what team is performing better? So let's talk about the fourth report, which is the representative or the rep report. The rep report maybe some reps are having issues moving deals to close, or maybe some reps are having issues with deals getting stuck. So on both of these levels, it's a good coaching practice to look and see what issues each one of these reps are having as they work these leads, and what are the bottlenecks, what's causing some of these deals not to close. There's a very important metric in the CRM to track once we do move a deal into a loss column. That's very important for us to look at as well. So the fifth report is to look at team average days to close. In looking at this report, you want to look for trends here. Are we increasing or decreasing over time? With a sales format like assignment selling, we can also be more analytical here as well. If you're not familiar with assignment selling, it is part of our framework. that relays to content directly. We work a lot with our clients to coach them on how to use content in the sales cycle, in a sense, to reduce it and close over the amount of time it takes to close a deal. Because in assignment selling, the act of assigning content to a particular stage in the deal cycle helps reduce the friction and reduce the amount of time that a deal takes to close. So the next report we're going to look at is the close rate by rep. And this is a particularly interesting report because we can see total deals and percentages by close lost and close won. So we're looking directly at the reps' performance here by how they are closing to winning to losing and winning each one of their deal stages here. Now, report number 7 is looking at the close rate. Looking at trends here, you'll want to look specifically at are the numbers closed going up or down? The good visual to see is trending close rates. It's very important for us to know how those close rates are trending, if they're going up or down, and this is a really good report to use. All right, so now that we've covered the marketing and sales type of initiatives, there's still an additional view that we want to look at, which is in our content area. You want to create a report called blogs published. And what this looks like directly is it asks us, is this a good to know, not just for marketing, but for sales? You'll also need HubSpot blog to use this type of report. Are we hitting or publishing our goal rate? In fact, what we're looking at is, you have to be using the HubSpot blog inside of HubSpot. I know there are other blogs out there they're all manageable. I have found that the HubSpot blog has one of the better management systems there that correlates with how Google actually ranks your content, through search engine algorithms. But the additional asset to this is to have an internal tracking mechanism so that you can see directly how your CRM contacts are interacting with that blog post, and knowing the performance measures directly from your CRM is a very important metric to cover. Okay, and this is another content piece that talks about assignment selling templates. If you're using assignment selling, this report tracks the template's performance. And what it means is that practice and that framework of assigning content to your deal structure is going to directly have a reporting mechanism inside of HubSpot that you can actually look at to see if your assignment selling is working or not. Report number 10 is new blog contacts by source. So the questions we want to ask here is, are the posts we're creating generating new business or revenue for our business? This is different from overall traffic source. Is the first page visited a blog article? So why would I want to learn whether or not the first page visit is a blog article or not? The reason being is we want to know how they come into the fold. A lead generated by our website is not just a lead in general. We want to know what their interest rate is. Did they come on a general sales page? Was it a homepage that brought them in, or did a blog influence them to start navigating the site? And the last report we'll want to look at is new contacts first page seen. So we may want to know if new customers are coming to other website pages, and this can help because we want to optimize these pages for conversion as well. So again, just like we know that the first page they may have visited was a blog site or a blog page, we'll also want to know if a page that they're visiting needs to be converted a little bit better and worked at in terms of the type of language that's used, or any type of smart content you can iterate there. If you're using a HubSpot CMS tool where it can iterate and understand the people who are visiting that site, there are already parts of your CRM that need to be talked to in a different specific way. All right, so now that we've talked specifically on how to track your sales and marketing efforts, go out there and start cranking on your metrics. If you need help from any one of us, feel free to reach out and contact me and connect with me on LinkedIn. Love to hear from you, and have a great day.